There is plant dirt and other things spilled inside this Nissan. You're going to want to watch till the end. The results are crazy. As we walk around and take a look at our status of the car before we clean it, we can see tons of dust, dirt, and soil. There were houseplants that got tipped over when they were moving apartments, and now we need to rescue this car. This video is actually part of a series where I give a total deep clean to this Nissan Pathfinder. So in the future I'm going to be dropping the steam clean video, the seat clean video, and then the pedal cleaning video. So be sure to check all those out when they drop. Starting off our vacuum portion with the front driver's side. There is a lot of sand, muck that's been brought in from their shoes. So we're going to want to go in there with a medium bristle hand brush, and I have a nice attachment here on my shop vac. It's a flexible wand or extension piece. So there's rubber in the body, and there's a smaller tip on it for a little bit better suction, and it really works well for getting into those corners and underneath seats and areas like that. We'll go through and vacuum up all of the large debris around the area. I do pick up a couple of face masks and some coins from the bottom here, but just go through and do a quick vacuum, and then afterwards we're going to go in with our brush for another layer of vacuuming. What I've started doing is vacuum most of the carpet, remove it, and then vacuum it outside of the SUV again, and then when we get to the underneath carpet, the actual bare floor, then I will take my drill brush and vacuum that up. Usually underneath the carpets, it's really just the edge areas that you need to worry about. The middle of the carpet is covered, so unless people are hiding something, it's usually not that bad. I'm going to focus around the pedal area and these running boards where the sand and dust likes to collect. A toothbrush is a really good option if you need to get into small corners. You could even use a water bottle cleaning brush. They do sell detail brushes and specific things like that, but you don't need them. There are simple tools that you can get at your local Walmart that do the exact same job at a professional level. As we get to the rear of the vehicle, we have a lot of soil and miracle grow type of stuff. So one tip I can give you when dealing with this, it's different from sand and rocks. If you press too hard on this soil, it's just going to crumble in your fingers and turn more into dust and spread out more. So you don't want to do that. When you're brushing this sort of stuff and when you're passing your vacuum over it, don't press it hard into the carpet. Make light, gentle passes, barely touching the carpet. You're basically using more wind movement than you are actually the bristles of the brush. Just lightly pull that stuff off of the carpet and then go in with your vacuum. If you smear it or if you try to use liquids, it's just going to make it worse. When you're moving around the car detailing different surfaces, it's always good practice to give your vacuum head a good wipe. Especially how I'm touching the dirty carpet, you don't want to go immediately to the seats or touching the doors or something like that. You can cause stainings, you can cause damage. So wipe off your vacuum every once in a while. If you like what you saw or you learned something today, please leave a like and subscribe. I have new videos every Tuesday and Friday here at Champion Auto Spa. Here we have a 2015 Nissan Pathfinder SUV. I'm going to be steaming this interior, and to begin with, these dial gauges and the touchscreen areas of the car, I'm going to be a lot more gentle. I'm going to use a brand new microfiber so it's not scratching it up with debris and stuff caught in my microfiber. You want to be super gentle for these areas. They're very easy to scratch, and there are a lot of chemicals that react poorly with them. As we continue on, I'm going to clean the steering wheel down. It is a little bit on the older side. It has a lot of wear and tear. There's some flaking of the leather in some areas. So as I go around, be very careful with the steam and act accordingly. Continuing on to the rest of the interior, a very quick wipe down. Inside of my steamer, I have Optimum No Rinse, commonly called ONR. It's a great versatile product, an all-purpose cleaner that you don't need to rinse off afterwards. I'm going to switch to a new clean side of my microfiber every time I move to a different portion of the interior, and just go around quickly misting everything with that steam, loosening up the grime. In an earlier video, I vacuumed this entire interior. If you want to check that out, I'll throw a link up in the top right corner here. This is part of a series where I clean up this SUV after they had a bit of an accident spilling plants and soil all over. Pay a little extra attention to the center console area where people rest their elbows. Usually the cushion there gets worn down faster, and sometimes, especially during the summer, there can be sweat or oil left over and makes it a more dirty spot. As we continue on, I'm going to quickly steam clean these passenger side cushions. There was not too much built on stains or embedded stuff, but there was a light layer of dust from the aforementioned spilled plants. So give it a quick wipe, Moving on to the doors, there was also plant bits and soil stuck in these pockets, so going in there with a new microfiber and more of my steam. When you're working on leather and plastic bits, try not to hold the steamer in one place for too long. Move it in quick, precise patterns. If you're cleaning the glass, make sure that you have a clean microfiber that's not going to streak the glass, and then finish off by wiping it down with a separate dry microfiber. As we come around to our after video portion here, we can see a huge difference in the way that the steam changed this. The light layer of dust is gone, and now it looks closer to brand new. This is a really quick, simple tip that will change your entire car. It's very subtle, but it's powerful. Steam clean your pedals, the gas pedal and the brake pedal, and even that little area where you rest your foot. It's amazing how big of a difference when you first step in your car and you notice that they look clean. It makes you feel so much better about your space. That's what we try to do here at Champion Auto Spa. It's the little things that can have a big impact in the end. So we're going to add some Optimum No-Rens to our steamer, and we're going to go in there and deep clean these things. Use a toothbrush to do some scrubbing. We're going to lay a nice large microfiber on the floor so that we don't get any drips or splatter. And then we're going to go ahead and thoroughly clean these, wipe them down till they're dry, and then we can protect them with some sort of rubber protector or nourishment. You can see very quickly, just a couple minutes of scrubbing brings back the darkness and the richness to these pedals. Give a quick wipe to the surrounding area just in case there's a little splatter, and then step back and check out how nice this makes you feel. Something simple yet powerful. Told to deep clean the driver's side seat because there was some sort of staining on here. This is a daily driven car, so there might be food stains, dirt, other things. So I went in there with a little bit of ONR in my steamer and a microfiber towel, and unfortunately nothing was coming off. You can see here I thoroughly steamed it, wiped it down, nothing. So I went in with a little bit more of an aggressive method. I took Woolite cleaner, mixed 50-50 with warm water, and a very soft bristle toothbrush. and I used that along with the steam. And for some reason this discoloration didn't go away. So I quickly realized what was happening here. Because of the age of this vehicle, this leather has been through a lot of wear and tear. The colored dye that's on this leather is starting to fade, and then there are also micro scratches and general wear, especially along this leg and thigh area. So I think that these seats are a little bit beyond cleaning now. We're gonna have to move on to other means of getting them looking new again. I don't think a simple microfiber wipe is gonna help. We're gonna have to start to dye the leather or think about replacing the seat. So unfortunately I had to give that bad news to my customer, but I mean, this car is almost 10 years old at this point. Wear and tear like this is normal. Unfortunately, the car in its earlier years was not regularly detailed and the leather was not kept in perfect condition, so this is what happens. But thankfully, it gives me a chance to show you guys some situations that might arise when you try to help people out like this. So hopefully you learned something today, and if you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like, subscribe. I have more great vids coming every Tuesday and Friday here on Champion Auto Spa. Please enjoy a couple after photos and videos, and I'll see you guys next time.